Salama's face was white as snow, singing in the praises of the Lord. Boys, Mary, but Salam was sure to go, singing out the praises of the Lord. Boys.
Larne Football Club's 134 years old. When I first got here, the Inver Park was closed. It was condemned. When you think about where it was then and where it is now, there's a hell of a difference.
Everything that we do is for the town, and that's our responsibility as a football club. The last transfer window has seen us do business and engage with clubs in the UK, but for the first time it's also opened up opportunities for us across the Atlantic and into the US, and we've built a relationship now over the last number of months with Real Salt Lake, and that has seen us bring 2 players into Northern Ireland here, Ilijah Paul and Jaziel Orozco. The first time that any MLS players have plied their trade in Northern Ireland.
We want to try and attract players from across the world, and we think we're capable of doing that. The league is capable of giving especially young players a platform to go on to bigger and better things.
It was a quick decision, to be honest. I felt like I was really interested in how the way they talked to me, the philosophy from the team. And in the back of my head, I'm like, it's Europe. Like, there's a lot of eyes here, there's a lot of like scouts. If I make it a good impression on the coaches, on the league, everything, it can be a quick turnaround for me.
Salt Lake, I went into our coach's office and I asked to talk to our coach, and he pulled me in the office and he just told me the huge upside that it could bring. When I'm done with football, I want to look back and say I made the most out of it. And I feel like if I didn't come or I didn't accept the loan, it's something I would regret. It's like, what if I got to go play in Northern Ireland and get to experience that life for maybe it's just a short bit, but at least it's an experience.
There's obviously a huge change in culture and understanding the way of life in Belfast or Larne is very different from the way of life in America or Utah. There's also the climate change, there's the food. They're 2 young lads, so you also have that difficult situation of leaving home, being away from your family and your friends and your loved ones in different circumstances and different surroundings. But it also that helps with strength of character and builds that little bit of a resilience that maybe wouldn't have been there before.
But you know, you first get off the plane and you're driving on the left side of the road and you think you're gonna get in a crash because you don't know what's happening, and you guys speak English, but we also speak English, but you guys just speak it a little different.
I mean, it's English, but it's just so fast, man. Sometimes I can really, like my first meeting here, it was a team meeting. They were talking about fines. I did not know what was going on. I don't know what they were talking about or what they were saying. It was just, that was a big hit for me. There's Leroy, he's from Ballymena, he has that little accent. I'm like, what are you saying, bro?
We understand it, at least I understand it now, but when I first came it was pretty difficult. Everything's just a little different, and I think that all accumulated makes it a little challenging.
We're very fortunate in the sense that both myself and Seamus lived in America and played in America, and we understand that difficulties of moving away from home and getting in a strange environment and a strange culture and meeting new people for the first time. You have to be able to make sure that he understands and knows there's always someone there to come and talk to, and there's times you do need to put an arm around your shoulder, and he's human like everybody else, and he gets homesick, and people only see what he does on the field, but he has to go home every night and miss his family and miss his friends, and it's important that he knows that that crutch is here.
When you come to a new team and no one knows how you are, it's like they kind of test you out, and you also kind of test them out because you don't know. And so some players, you know, they would go a little harder, I feel like, on me trying to prove a point. I feel like it has changed. They feel more comfortable with me, and I think they have a belief in my ability. So
You would feel that they've been at this club for a lot longer than they've been here. They've only been here a number of months, but they've settled into the surroundings. They live in the town now. We've placed them in good accommodation and with good players around them. And they are a little bit like superstars, if you like. Young kids stopping them for autographs and photographs, and they embrace it brilliantly. And they've learned to cope with that very, very well. As footballers, they've settled in brilliantly as well.
Best way to judge any player settling in is through their peers, and this is probably not the easiest environment to come into. A team that has probably just come off the back of winning the league, and albeit there were really tough games in Europe, they had a successful European campaign, and the confidence was high, and to come into that environment isn't easy, and the kid came in and probably grabbed it by the scruff of the neck and integrated seamlessly is probably the best way to describe it. It's a great culture to come into in Larne. They're a great group of players. They look after each other. They're very tight. They cook for each other, they clean for each other, they spend a lot of time together, they socialise together.
All I can remember, I couldn't sleep the whole night. I just couldn't sleep the whole night because of the time changes. The guys really welcomed me well. I think it was going to be different. I don't know why. It was probably my mind just playing games with me. But everyone, like I told you before, everyone was just kind, made me feel welcome. That was my first time talking to Tiernan, first time talking to Goss, first time talking to Seamus. And they really talked to me like, okay, here's what we're going to do today. Don't really get pressure on it, just do what you can do. And as time goes on, you're going to feel used to the team, used to the environment, everything. I remember it was raining really hard that day. So it was like, okay, you're going to get this every day, so you got to get like used to it as well, like even the weather. But I felt really excited. I was kind of tired. I was really tired from the day before. I really didn't have the greatest session.
Very quickly, when you get over the jet lag, you seen that he was someone that was brave. He wanted to get on the ball. He had a great range of passing. He was comfortable in tight areas. When you actually get to meet Jaziel, he's an infectious character. He always has a smile on his face. He always wants to do more. He's someone as a coach or a manager that you really enjoy working with, because he wants to try and understand how he can get better. He always tries to understand how he gives more to the team. Tactically, he reads the game very well. If truth be told, I didn't think he probably would have hit the ground and had as big an influence as he had, as quickly as he had. I think everybody probably knew the ability was there, the talent was there, but it's not easy to play Irish League football at 19, and it's certainly not easy to play a holding midfielder in Irish League football at 19.
Elijah's a very quiet fella, softly spoken, gentle, but once he crosses the white line, an extreme competitor, very driven, very determined, very keen to succeed.
Ilijah is very similar to Jaziel in the sense that a great lad, very bubbly character, has a phenomenal work ethic, again very coachable, wants to continue to learn, wants to continue to get better, always asking questions of ways and means that he can improve. Came in at a different stage than Jaziel. We were further into the season, and he probably has more competition for places.
I think in my position it's very competitive. You have 2 spots, and I think you have 4 very good options.
He's got 3 other fierce competitors around him in that department, and Lee Bonus, our top goal scorer last year, Andy Ryan, a prolific goal scorer and a bit of a genius up front, and Paul O'Neill, probably describe him every bit the same: a workhorse, a goal scorer, a passionate striker.
We're all very capable of scoring goals, and we all play well in training every week.
It's great credit to him how he's came in, and the work that he's done to force himself into the team on the occasions that he has.
My first conversation with him in terms of playing, he said, I want to make you the best player that I can. He said, I feel like I'm cheating you if I don't do that, if I don't demand the most from you. And if I don't demand you to be the best, he said, I feel like I'm cheating you.
I don't think there's any shortcuts. I don't think that in any walk of life you get anything out of life unless you're fully committed. We tell all our players the second they're walking on that pitch that you're going to make mistakes, that you're going to give the ball away, you're going to do things that you don't want to do, but there can't be any excuse for not giving 100% work.
Well, my goals are pretty simple. For myself is to win, help the team to win, help the team to become better in any area, offensively or defensively. Just in general, all the areas, just become better. That's what I came here to do. That was a plan for me to do, like to just get better to go back to RSL. We're aiming towards that goal to play in Europe, European games, European nights, all that kind of stuff. And that goes with me as well. Just those goals to get better, be better as a player, and win mentality all day.
I want to play well. I want to prove myself as a good player. I want to start off on the right foot, be a consistent starter, and make a big impact on the team. And in my position, that means scoring goals. And to win, you need to score.
From Hughes, I think Elijah Paul wasn't happy that he got out of the way. It was right in front of the official here.